Hi, I'm Kevin Dundon and you're watching Hip World Gourmet. What a beautiful day it is. This is what I call living. Sitting out in the garden having a cup of coffee just before we go into our kitchen and get inspired to cook a fantastic meal. So why don't you come with me? I'm going to finish my coffee and I'll see you over in the kitchen in a couple of minutes. So here we are. Today we're actually going to do an organic salad with banyan ham, crispy banyan ham that we're going to do in the oven. We're going to top it with a poached quail egg. Then we're going to follow with a crispy lattice of puff pastry filled with a julienne of gingered root vegetables. Then we're going to finish it off with a Bailey's cream with strawberry temptations. But not only that, I'm actually going to bring you around the gardens of Dunbrody with our own gardener, Rosemary Scott, to show us how she grows the vegetables, and of course they're all organic. So let's start now. We'll start with the salad, and we're going to start with the banyan ham, and we want to make that crispy. So just take a slice, a banyan ham, parma ham, just you want a smoked ham. So you just pull it apart like that, put it onto a tray. We're going to pop that into the oven for a few minutes, and it'll crisp up there nicely. Pop them in, there'll be a couple of minutes. With that, we'll poach a couple of our quail eggs. That's a quail egg there. A little tip for you, if you crack your quail egg into a cup first, make sure that you get no shell in it. It's a lot easier to poach. I'm just going to pop those into the water. I've got a little bit of vinegar in the water, just to hold the eggs together. Again, this crispy ham doesn't take very long to do. You can see already it's getting nice and crispy there. So we just leave that to the side and we start building our plate. They look great. You want to make sure that you don't want to overcook those poached eggs. They'll only take about a minute to a minute and a half sort of thing. Okay, again we're going to build a bit of a bouquet of salads. A bit of oak leaf, a bit of la rosa. I've got a bit of mint in here, some chives, just whatever you have at home. It's fine. Put that into the center of the plate. Just turn off the heat on those poached eggs now. Perfect. We're just going to make the dressing now. So what we have is the citrus dressing. So we're going to put a bit of zest of orange into the bowl. Some chopped parsley. Some red wine vinegar. Some olive oil, and some chive flowers, and of course don't forget your orange segments. Cracked black pepper, and some salt. Let's give that a stir up there. It's very acidity. It's exactly what you're looking for. Okay. So I have some freshly poached asparagus, some balsamic roasted onions, semi-sun dried tomatoes, poached eggs, which we're going to serve warm. Let's turn it over. Dress the salad. Make sure you coat the leaves of the lettuce quite well. Put some crispy Banyan ham on top. Try and get some height into your dish. Finish off with a sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. And some cracked black pepper. I love black pepper. So there you have it. A really simple salad. Poached quail eggs, crispy Banyan ham, herbs and organic lettuce, that citrus dressing. And now, come with me and we're going to walk around the garden with Rosemary Scott. Hi Rosemary.
Hi Kevin.
How are you?
How are you?
Weeding, are you?
Weeding, yes.
Never ending job.
Constant job.
How's it going?
Going okay.
Wow, this looks sensational, doesn't it?
It's great.
Really come on well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. I'm very pleased with it. Everything just seems to love the heat at the moment, you know.
So our tomatoes are coming up.
So we have our three types, you know, the vine, the cherry and the ordinary one that people would see in the shops mostly. Traditional variety.
And what's with what are they?
That's the French marigold. So we put that in there and it attracts in beneficial insects, which will help to keep insects off the tomato plants, you know. It's good to have flowers in any tunnel, really.
So no sprays?
No sprays, no sprays.
We got, what's that, cilantro?
Coriander. And scallions, and then our selection of lettuce.
God, they look fantastic, don't they?
Yeah, they're really tasty as well, aren't they?
Can I just pull that, can I? That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Really tasty, I'd say. Isn't it? It's just amazing. Between that organic and the non-organic.
It's like it's raining in here.
It's nice sometimes, you're roasting and then you get all this rain or this water on you. So I just put some annual spinach seeds in there this morning.
Oh, great.
So that should come up, and then when that lettuce goes, then we'll put more spinach there and so on.
So it's on a cycle? Because I know this is basil here.
This is basil, and then there's more basil just gone in there.
Coming up.
So, you know, this will be ready first, and then you'll have another crop there. That's kind of how it's the same with the lettuce. That was the first, and then we have more lettuce on the other side here, which will be the next.
And then there are courgettes.
And these are cucumbers here.
Cucumbers.
Yeah, cucumbers.
All right, and then more lettuces.
And then more lettuce, coriander, and scallions.
Where's your? I thought you had courgettes.
Courgettes outside.
Oh, outside.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. God, that looks fantastic. Yeah. Well done. Very good.
Waiting now for some tomatoes to actually eat, you know. That will be the next.
Jeez, you get caught up in here, wouldn't you? Listen, Rosemary, thanks very much for showing us around the garden.
Thanks a minute.
You've got plenty of work to do.
I better go.
And so do we, because we need to go back into the kitchen and we're going to cook that beautiful lattice of pastry in that julienne of ginger vegetables served on that cherry tomato pomme puree. So let's go back to the kitchen. So we're going to move on now and we're going to do our main course, which is a pastry lattice with julienne of ginger veg. We're going to saute them off in a wok, so it's kind of an Asian influence to this dish as well. We're going to put a bit of sesame seeds, some honey into it, a little bit of olive oil, and then wrap it in a puff pastry, which is going to go really, really flaky in the oven. We're going to serve it on a cherry tomato pomme puree and finish it off drizzled with pesto. It's Wonderful, wonderful main course. Great for if you've got vegetarian friends that are coming in for dinner, or maybe you're a vegetarian yourself and you'd like to try this. It is fantastic. I actually cooked this dinner once for the President of Ireland when I worked up in Dublin, and the whole banquet ate this dish and they all loved it. So I'm going to share the recipe with you now. So basically what we have here is I've got some carrots, some snow peas or mange too, some red onions, mushrooms, ginger, chili pepper, and some sesame seed. Now you can use some courgettes, you can use whatever vegetables you really have in the garden, that'll work. So we're going to julienne them. What julienne means is very thin strips. So you cut the carrots in that sort of length. Okay, and we're going to slice. Just take a couple of slices off so then you get it so it doesn't roll over then. And then you can start slicing it down again like this. Okay, turn it over and then there you go. That's basically what you're looking for, but as close as you can get to that will work fine. Snow peas are mange too. Again, just want to cut them into strips. Okay, with your onion, and this time we're going to cut it in half. And to julienne an onion, you just go straight through like this. So, and then we get our mushrooms. Just going to cut them down a little bit smaller. Again, you kind of want to julienne them. Bearing in mind that mushrooms will shrink down anyway, so you don't want to cut them too small, so slightly larger than the rest of your veg. And again, we're going to julienne the ginger as well. So just cut like this. So just grab some olive oil there. Into the wok, swirl around. You really want the wok to be smoking like that, really, because what you're doing is you're stir frying, so you just want to quick fry them. So in with the carrots there. Secret is with cooking with a wok is that it's a combination of sauteing and steam, right? So you always put a little bit of water when you're cooking it as well. So it's like a really, really fast frying and also steam as well, which will cook it through. Okay, so the carrots are in there now, so they're kind of nearly there, so we can start putting in the rest of the veg. Don't forget to season it with salt and pepper. At that point we put in some sesame seed. Which is a sheet of puff pastry. You can buy that in most supermarkets. And this is a gadget now. If you don't, I'm just going to show you something here. If you don't have this is a fantastic machine. You can get it in most kitchen appliance stores. You just hold from one end and go all the way down to the bottom. But if you don't have that, you can use a knife. You see the way it's cut like so? And then it's cut opposite. So basically then when you pull it apart, you get this lattice. You get this really delicate looking pastry. Isn't that great? Very simple to do, but very impressive when you see it finished. So we're just going to get a bit of egg yolk. Just brush it around the edges. That's to hold the pastry together and keep the vegetables inside. Just put it at one end of the strip of pastry. We're going to roll that. You can see the way the pastry is holding, it's looking through, the vegetables is looking through the pastry now. Okay, when you get it like that, you just want to brush the end of the pastry again and then just flip it over. Just with your hands then, just press it down. Get a knife then, just trim off the edges. Again, we're looking at the finished presentation now, which I'm always harping on about, but it's very important when you actually come to plate up the dish. So we're just going to brush it with a bit of egg. Be quite generous with the egg, because this is actually going to give it that lovely golden brown colour. Get your baking pan. Let's lift it here. We're going to pop that into the oven. So let's start making the pommes puree with the cherry tomatoes. You can put on your pot. You're going to pour in some full cream into your pot. Let that come to the boil. And then with your cherry tomatoes, we're going to saute them in some olive oil. Put in some cherry tomatoes and we're just going to let them cook. Black pepper. Some salt. Throw them into your potato. You want to mix them through so they mix up with your, mix through your potato. This. Okay, so we got our plate out. Then we're going to get 2 spoons, and this is what's called to quenelle something. Pop your 1 spoon into the other and just pull it around like so. Center for your plate. Look at that. You see how golden brown it is? You can already see how crispy the pastry is on that. So we lift that out. Pop it onto your board there. Clear that out of the way. Then at an angle, I'm just going to cut through. See the vegetables there, the smell is only fantastic. Like so. You see there. Now we're just going to dress it with a bit of pesto. the plate. A sprig of rosemary on top. There you have it. Julienne and ginger vegetables in a light pastry, puff pastry casing, served on a cherry tomato and pom puree, drizzled with pesto. Now we're going to go on and I'm going to show you how to make a Bailey's cream with strawberry temptation. You can't wait to see this, it's fantastic. So now we're going to finish today's menu off with a Bailey's cream, finished with strawberry temptation. It's excellent, and it's so easy to make. So what we do is we're going to make a little bit of chocolate sauce. So I've just put some chocolate on a double boiler, so you've got water in your pot, and I want to melt that down. We're going to make a sauce. We're going to serve the Bailey's cream in a cup. So we'll start off by putting some sponge in the bottom of your cup, and then I've got some espresso coffee just to pour over. Okay, so with your chocolate there, it's just melted there. So we just take it off the heat. It's very hot. Okay, this is the chocolate sauce, which is great over ice cream. You know that brown bread ice cream we made before? And pour this, drizzle it over top. So basically it's just adding cream to the chocolate. And you can see the shine there. If it gets a little bit too thick, just add a little bit more cream, it'll be fine. So you're going to put some chocolate in the cup now. So basically you're getting a surprise as you go down the layers of this. Because it's in a cup, you can't actually see through it. So you're actually, as you're eating through, you're getting these elements of surprise, which are also great. So to make the Bailey's cream, it's just whipped cream. Some icing sugar. Just mix it around. Bailey's Irish cream. Irish cream and nicely distilled whiskey, which we call Ishkabaha. It's Irish for whiskey. That's basically it. We're going to put that into a piping bag now. Fill your piping bag. About 3/4 of the way up. Then we're going to put a little bit more chocolate sauce. So there you have it. And I'm just going to dust it with a little bit of cocoa powder. Sprig of mint. We just put that to the side of the plate. And then with our strawberries. You're going to wrap the cup around with these delicious strawberries. The whole intention of this is we're going to sprinkle them with some brown sugar so you get that crunch. Again, textures again, very important. And then you can actually dip them into the Baileys cream. Brown sugar. So there you have a Baileys coffee chocolate cream with strawberry temptations. So there you have it, a taste of Dunbrody. We started off today with an organic salad with crispy banyan ham on top of poached quail eggs, the citrus dressing. Then we followed it up with the puff pastry lattice with the ginger root vegetables. It was excellent. It was really, really crumbly and crispy. It was good enough for the President of Ireland. It's good enough for us. We finished off today with a Baileys pot of Baileys cream, chocolate, coffee, finished with strawberry temptations. So join me again here when we're discovering new recipes on Hip World Gourmet. Sláinte, till next time.